Good morning, sports investors. Welcome back to the Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, aka Michael Snackson, aka Bay O Wolf, aka Malcolm Excellence, aka Hacksaw Jim Thuggin, aka Famelo Ball, aka Trill Belichick, aka Hurricane. You could call me Slurricane. All right. Um, Today's Saturday, September 10th, 2022. It's about 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the beautiful, lovely Queen City, aka the Republic of Cincinnati. And that makes it about 5:15 a.m. Pacific Time. What 2:15 a.m. 5:15 a.m. Pacific Time, 2:15 a.m. in Hawaii. But regardless of where you're listening to us from, thank you for listening. Welcome back to the show. Okay, I've got three for us today. All right, three for us. Okay. But before we get into that, let me do a little bit of house cleaning. Okay. First and foremost, please like, subscribe, leave comments, and share this program. All right. Also, please go subscribe, like, and leave comments on this channel. It's BCDK underscore game underscore OH. Okay, that's bet you didn't know game Ohio underscores between each word. Because that's the new channel. That's where the sports betting game show that we've been talking about. That's where it's going to be at on that channel. Make sure if you're going to be on a contestant on it, you have to like and subscribe to the video first. Okay, there's a promo video on there. I think we start either in 2 weeks or the week after, first week of August or October rather. All right. Also, find me on social media. Like and subscribe here and the other channel. Okay, the Bet You Didn't Know Game channel, and but also find me on Twitter. My Twitter is at Biggie Rothstein, BIGGIEROTHSTEIN. Instagram at Fame underscore Rothstein, FAMEROTHSTEIN. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to the podcast. Podcast goes Mondays through Thursdays, okay? Or not Mondays through Thursdays, Thursdays through Monday, okay? On Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher Podcasts, excuse me there, Stitcher Podcast, about 10 different places you can find it, okay? So yeah, that's the Fame Rothstein Sports Investing Show. That's a podcast, all right? Yeah, and then don't forget my email address, famerothstein@yahoo.com, all right? And so make sure we get to that. And most importantly, also, if you feel you have a gambling problem, please do not listen to this show, okay? This is entertainment purposes only, okay? But we do win a bag from time to time, and more often than not. And just today, or last night, we did it on the show. We were 1-2, I'm sorry, 0-2-1. Okay, we lost Louisville. We lost. Central Florida. We had them -4.5 against Louisville. Louisville won outright. And then we also lost the baseball game. We had the Cardinals going over 4.5 runs, and all of a sudden, Rosie Contreras of Pittsburgh comes out and wants to be damn what's his name, Joaquin Andahar or something, shut down the Cardinals lineup, held them to 2 runs. Okay, in the game we pushed, we had Boise State going. We had Boise State -17 against New Mexico, and they pushed right at 17. So, but we don't dwell on wins. We don't dwell on losses. We keep it going anyway. And I've got 3 for you today, and I think they're going to be winners. And not only they're going to be, well, let me tell you this about them being winners. again, I looked at these um, spreads early, about a week ago, and then they've changed dramatically. Okay, um, so therefore, but we still profit today. Okay, first one, let's get this one out the way. Okay, Michigan hosting Hawaii. Hawaii coming on the mainland. It's just like there's two adages about college football sports betting. One, Hawaii, when they're on the mainland, or when they're in Hawaii, whoever they're playing, take the over. Whoever Hawaii's playing, it's going to be a lot of points scored in Hawaii. Okay, and then when Hawaii comes on to the mainland, fade Hawaii, go against them because they're not very strong on the mainland, especially in cold weather. I mean, obviously it's not now; it's early September, but still, they got to make a few trips to. They got to make at least one trip to the, I believe, Boise this year. Um, but yeah, and they're going to Michigan, okay, take on Wolverines now. But I did see another stat that said the last 8 underdogs that were 50 points or more, they covered. The last 8, I mean, 50. That's a lot of points. You're talking. I'm only, really take. I would only really take Bama, something like that. And I think, pardon me, guys. I think Michigan is a 52 point favorite, minus 52. We're gonna tease that down to 49 at 7 touchdowns. I can see them doing that. Hawaii's gonna come on to the mainland, long flight. 100,000 people in Michigan in the big house. I mean, that's going to be intimidating for these kids. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take Michigan minus 49. Now, that is minus 155 odds. Again, we don't like odds that are really more than 151, minus 160. So this is about where our top of our limit. So we're going to take Michigan minus 49. Okay, minus 159 odds. All right. Now, the next game, we've got another team going into a big stadium, San Jose State, going from the West Coast, going to Auburn, take on the Tigers, all right? San Jose State, they won their game last week against Portland State. Portland State is an FCS school, so we don't really have much stats on that game, and we don't really count. We're not going to really look too heavy into those, okay? But San Jose State did win 21-17. Auburn didn't play nobody important either. They played Mercer, same thing, and beat them like 60 or 56-10. Okay. Again, we don't really count the stats in that, but we do know this: San Jose State is terrible. It's one thing to play an FCS school. It's one thing to beat them or smoke them, but you struggled with them. 21-17 against an FCS school. San Jose State didn't have much offense last year. Defense was serviceable, but they didn't have much offense last year. And you only get 21 points against an FCS school, Division I AA. You're about to get cracked. You're gonna go down to Auburn, 100,000 people, 100,000 country folk with accents you ain't never heard before, saying stuff to your black and your Latin players that they ain't never heard before. You're gonna get destroyed. Okay, I don't know based on the odds I have, it looks like the spread has changed a little bit because I got Auburn minus 21. I got Auburn minus 21. And that's minus 152 odds. Not a lot of points there. Not a lot of high odds. Not a lot of money there on that. Minus 150. But again, that's our high limit to make money. Okay, on this during sports betting. All right, so we're gonna take Auburn minus 21, and then the last one. This should be a decent game for a while. Anyway, we've got Kansas of the Big 12 going to conference foe West Virginia. Okay, to take on the Mountaineers. Now, Kansas Jayhawks, they destroyed somebody last week. Tennessee State, like 56-10. FCS school. Do we care? You know, we only care when it doesn't look good, like that last game we were talking about, San Jose State and then Portland State. Okay, but Kansas, you should beat Mercer 56-10. Okay, and they're playing at West Virginia. West Virginia last week played um, Pittsburgh, neighborhood rivalry. You know what they call it, the backyard brawl or something like that. It's called whatever that rivalry's called. You know, huge rivalry game. West Virginia was winning up until that last drive. I think there was a complete or incompletion. They were about to take the lead. Uh, they only lost by a touchdown. Okay. Now, what did concern me is that West Virginia's running game. They give up 5.8 on the ground, and they only was having like 2.7. Okay, now that's got to fix. That's got to get fixed on against Kansas. But again, with Kansas playing a team like they played, opening up like that, they should know that this. They know what they're going into going to conference season. They're not going to be very strong. You don't play something like that going into the conference. All right. So we're going to take West Virginia -10. I think the spread was like -14. Might be a little somewhere around there, -14. We're going to take it -10. We teased it a little bit. That's -162 odds, all right? Again, right at our high limit, 150, 160, all right? So let's recap, right? We've got Michigan -49 at home against Hawaii. We've got Auburn -21 at home against San Jose State, and we've got West Virginia -10 at home against Kansas. All right, so there you have it. You have plenty of time to go get your action in. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous to each other, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it on the NFL show. All right, might have a guest tomorrow. We got one scheduled. We'll see if we can come through. All right. So therefore, don't forget, go like and share that the program on this one and the Bet You Didn't Know game channel, BCDK underscore game underscore OH. All right, there you have it. Let's go get our action. Let's be safe. Let's be courteous to each other. We'll be back to talk about it, folks. Until then, be well. Peace.